When I look at this device, do you know what I see? I see a design that represents the purity of speed with an authentic reference to the epic rivalry between two automakers from one of the oldest endurance races from the 60s.
About all I had was an idea. You might even call it a dream.
So this is the Realme GT NEO 3, 150 watts, and I can't take credit for that description at the beginning. That was Realme, and you've got to love those go faster stripes here on the back of this device. And do you know what? This thing does go faster, and there's a few world's firsts in play here. So first of all, Realme is the fastest growing smartphone brand in the world right now, and at the time of this video, this is the world's fastest charging smartphone. And there's another world's first. It's the first phone to support ultra dart charging, and guess what? It comes with the power brick and the cable in the box. So that means Realme aren't creating more carbon emissions by having to make extra packaging and shipping extra products. Nice. So anyway, let's run through some of the design aspects here. The back of the Realme GT NEO 3 is a curved AG glass with the go faster stripes. I like the stripes personally, and I like the way it wraps around the edges, and it kind of has this two-tone finish. It looks almost purple in some lights. The frame on the device is a polymer, and the glass on the front is Gorilla Glass 5. And the display is a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED Full HD Plus with HDR10 support, and it supports 120 Hz refresh rate with a peak brightness reaching up to 800 nits, and the pixels per inch is 394. Screen to body ratio here is 87.5, and the biometric unlock method is an optical in-display fingerprint reader. And something that Realme have done a really good job on here is actually reducing the chin size. Normally on the upper mid-range and mid-range phones, we have quite a thick chin across the bottom of the device. We don't see that here on this one. It's really minimal and almost matches the top. And I think I need to sort this wallpaper out. So there we go, guys, that's a better wallpaper. And guess what? You can actually get an official Dragon Ball version of this phone and a Naruto version of this phone as well. When it comes to this screen, it looks really good to me. The color accuracy is really nice. And in fact, Realme state that the screen has a just noticeable color difference, a JNCD score of approximately 0.4. And from what I'm told, anything lower than a JNCD score of 2 is considered to be very good. And do you know what really sets the screen off nicely? It's the Dolby Atmos stereo speakers built in, and the power of Realme's X-axis haptics with a new tactile engine 2.0. Realme say that the energy output has increased by 80% on the haptics, so that means you can really get the feel for what's going on the screen when playing games and stuff like that. And if you are going to be gaming on this, you can get properly immersed into the game without blocking the antennas, because there's literally 11 of them all around the edge of this device. They call it an antenna array matrix system, and you will get 200% stronger signals is what they say. So now let's talk about the brains behind the brawn on this device. The new chipset is a MediaTek Dimensity 8100, which is a few steps down from the MediaTek flagship 9000 chip, but is still a worthy competitor in the mid-range. And in fact, I've watched a video by Tech Tablets where he said this device under sustained gaming actually handles a lot better than a lot of devices rocking the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which is the flagship from Qualcomm. And that could be down to the vapor cooling system Max, which is built into this. We'll come back to that in a moment. So this is built on a 5nm processor and has leveled up in all areas when it comes to performance, efficiency, and AI. And then when you stack UFS 3.1 storage and flagship LPDDR5 RAM on there, as well as a dedicated display processor, you've got a really well-oiled machine. And if you're low on power, if you've got 5 minutes to spare, you can get 50% of your power back with the charger that comes with it in the box. But there's an age-old problem when it comes to fast cars and smartphones alike. It's with great power comes great heat. So this is a cool upgrade. Realme have only gone and thrown in their largest vapor cooling chamber ever. We're talking about 9 layers of specialist heat dissipation materials, including copper, graphene, and stainless steel. And the cherry on the cake is a touch of diamond thermal gel. And Realme say this vapor cooling chamber can reduce the temperature of the device by 19 degrees Celsius. And when you have a cooling system like this, you can push the device to the limits. And Realme do give you the option to do this with their GT Mode 3.0, which is designed with gamers in mind. So when it comes to the camera module on the back of the Realme GT NEO 3, It's got a nice glass layer and then a shiny black ring around the primary camera, which is a 50 megapixel Sony IMX766 with optical image stabilization. The focal length on this one's around 23.6 millimeters with an aperture of f1.88. And to be honest with you, this is the highlight of the camera system. The 8 megapixel ultra wide is good, and the macro is a 2 megapixel, and it's a nice to have, but it's not going to be amazing, but still not bad in my opinion. But let me know what you think of these photos, and if you'd like to see this phone versus another phone, let me know what phone that is in the comments below. So when it comes to the Realme GT NEO 3 150 watts, there's really three things that stand out to me. Of course, I'm talking about that fast charging. It is the fastest in the world right now, 150 watts. The second thing that stands out about it is the chipset and the cooling layer combined, being able to deliver such high performance in that upper mid range. This isn't even the flagship for MediaTek, so it's actually mind-blowing how good this is for the money. And last but not least, the Go Faster stripes. You gotta love them. And even though this isn't the top flagship LTPO display, I've got to give an honorable mention to this screen. Realme have done a really good job at calibrating this, and it can adapt between the different refresh rates that it has. So if you guys want to check this out, there'll be a link below this video. And if you want to support the channel, I've just started channel membership, so you're welcome to join, and you can get some behind the scenes and some special stickers and a bunch of other cool stuff. And if you just subscribed, you're now one of the finest subscribers known to man, and I'll see you in the next one. So don't be late.